I know.
Not with us.
Hey, Q, can you pull up cut number 5? I'm sorry, cut number 4 in our little in the things that we put in there for samples. I don't like to use the word highlights because some of these might be lowlights or highlights. I want to play this. Yes, that one, because we have somebody standing on hold who is another one of those voices from the past. And this is from 1991 when Adam Taylor was doing the morning show with Lona Ann LaCour and Judy Sloan. Jude. Where is Jude nowadays?
She is in Virginia.
In Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and the quality of this starts off suspect because this is a 20-year-old air check tape, and it gets better, but I want you to listen to a breakdown on the radio. This is a little Wave flashback for you as our Wave reunion continues.
Final television tidbit for you. Fox Broadcasting Company made television history now by airing the first network television condom commercial. The historic first came Sunday night during the situation comedy Herman's Head.
You think they planned that? What did he do? Stop the show and go, and now Trojan, and he put the thing over his head?
Which head?
Oh, it's a family show.
I saw that bit about the condom commercial, and I just picked the bit up, and I was just going to do the
Hi, I'm Herman.
This
head is the star of the show.
The first condom commercial
But now
debuted appropriately during Herman's Head.
Oh, man. You know, the little guy doesn't get much exposure on this show. So now, we've got a Trojan commercial.
Normally, the big head does the thinking on this show.
She had one of the most distinctive laughs in the Low Country. She was your partner for a long time, and a lot of people heard her for a long time. Speaking of radio icons, one of the most recognizable women in Charleston radio history, it's Lona Ann LaCour.
Hey! Morning, Lona.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Awesome. Wow. How are you?
How you doing, Lona?
I've been laughing my butt off watching this.
Well, your laugh was so distinctive. When I heard that, I'm like, we've got to play that on the air.
Yeah, that's
I'm
funny.
so glad you still have it. And the other one I wanted to remind you of, and I think I gave you a copy, about 3 years ago, Woody organized a great reunion.
Mm-hmm.
All of us to do the dinner, then we did the harbor cruise, and it was wonderful. And the one when I put Jude up to burping on the air, and you totally lost it, Adam.
Yes, I remember that.
Lona,
I'll never forget. You said, you sound like a big fat guy at the end of the bar at Cafe 99.
wait, when did you begin on the air at Wave?
85 is when they went on the air. In the fall of 86, I joined Jeff Kent. Rob Fowler was right. It was me and Jeff Kent, and then you were Traffic, and then when Jeff Kent went to Charlotte, and my heart was broken, but you and I had 4 more years, then I had 3.5 more years. We all got canned, right?
Everybody, no, well, Miles didn't from Wave. No,
Well,
Miles
they brought
transitioned smoothly.
Yeah, actually, I never got fired from Wave.
Miles was 16 years. I was 11 and a half.
Wow.
But they brought in this, like, blustery, loudmouth guy named Richard Todd.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And so they wanted the testosterone show. So I stayed on for 3.5 more years, part-time, because let's face it, they could throw me in any shift and it would happen. Hey, Hollie, girl power.
Girl power, Lona.
But let me ask you, because for a long time, Hollie, there was a lot of testosterone in the building. You were the lone female, and you were out doing remotes and stuff.
No, she wasn't.
Well, I mean, because there was, Lona, you and Jude, but I'm thinking in the '90s. Because, by the way, I've had people ask me about Storm and Kenny Z and Dick Dale and people like that. And we're like, if it's not 10 years old or older, you can't do nostalgia yet. But
You're right.
I mean, Hollie, how did you, I mean, it was kind of a boys' club, wasn't it? I mean, how did you cope with all of this?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of fun being the only girl, honestly. I kind of didn't mind it at all. And then there was Lona and Jude and Dina. And
that's right, Dina Fruman. That's
Dina
right.
Fru.
I'll tell you something else. I've told my husband in the past, and Lori Thompson made a very good point. Adam, you've made it. Richard, you've made it. Miles, you've made it. Hollie, you've made it. There is no radio anymore. It was personal. You had to have a body in there. You related to the community, the advertisers, the music, the people. Radio does not exist, and that's when in 01, when I got fired for the last time. I said, screw this. And me and my husband, formed our own corporation. We're still hanging in there. I mean, bloody fingernails. Everything's tough for everybody right now. But that reunion.
That would be At Will Productions.
Yes. Thank you.
Just trying to give you the plug.
Big fat plug. Oh, I'm so glad you came in. And just so you know, Adam and I keep in touch. I've spoken to Richard over my back fence because he knew my name.
That's true. That's true.
Miles and I keep in touch. Woody organized an unbelievable reunion. Everybody from salespeople to even the interns. And I was so glad to see Timmy got new teeth. I don't know about you.
Wait, and you know
I
what?
love Timmy.
There's a Lona, thank you for everything, and thank you for calling in, and thank you for being a part of this. And I remember when Douglas Donahue wrote his book about the history of radio in Charleston. Lona, you had a prominent part in that book because you were one of the most recognizable female voices in Charleston radio history. So thank you.
That was an honor. Before you cut me off, I do want to say to all of you, and also what Lori said, radio does not exist like it did in the old days, and Wave was part of that pulse. And I don't know if you remember, AT, I don't know if you were there, but during that 86, 87, 88 year, we all got bonuses. Oh,
yes.
my God.
Mm-hmm.
I caught the last bit of that.
And then sometime in the 90s, we got bonuses. They were heavenly hams.
Not only that, yeah, really.
That's a true story.
That's true.
and a shirt.
One more thing real quickly. My first radio gig, Miles Crosby, was very integral in that. And then when he wanted to leave his terrible situation to go to 96 Wave, I paid it forward. So, I love you guys. I love all you guys. And it's so nice to talk with you.
Lona, take care. It's great to talk. Great to hear from you.
We love you too.
Thank
Love
you,
you
Lona.
too, Lona.
Bye-bye.
Lona
Take care.
and
Bye-bye.
Liqueur. And one name we haven't mentioned is Diamond Dave Rossi.
Yeah.
Because Woody Bartlett and Dave Rossi were instrumental in the way that station sounded. And with music and staying abreast of the new stuff coming out and then taking risk and putting stuff on the air that nobody had ever heard.
What was cool about Woody and Dave is, both of them I had known when they were interns, and that we had a different. It's true. We had a different relationship, and so whenever I actually went to them, and you guys were the same way, you could talk to them about music and say, "Listen, I really like this band. It could be an unheard of band. You could play a song from them." And they're like, "Well, okay, if you want to put it on the all request lunch, go ahead and see how that works."
Yeah,
Yeah. And nowadays that would never
happen. And
Corporations
it was so cool.
would never let you play stuff that's not familiar.
And the other thing that Dave and Woody would let me do is if a music legend died, and this is what made kind of wave as far as in my mind, because we did all kinds of crazy things. Like when Frank Sinatra died, I did a tribute to Frank Sinatra during the All Request Lunch, played like 3 songs from him, talked about everything. Did the same thing with Dean Martin. What other music station that was considered alternative would have done that?
Well, let's do this. Let's roll through these. These are actual drops from people who came into the station to say you're listening to Uncle Miles, and I want you guys just free association. We're going to let these things roll. Oh my God. Okay, listen to who came in through the doorway.
A radio Rorschach test.
Yeah, in a way. Here's a little Uncle Miles / 96 Wave flashback. Here we go.
So this is Tim with the Long Beach Double All Stars, and you're listening to my favorite Uncle Miles.
Long Beach All Stars, formerly Sublime.
Hi, this is Dave Falk with the Hoodoo Gurus, and you're listening to Miles Crosby.
The Hoodoo Gurus. Yeah. What else we got?
Hi, this is Paul Carrick, and you're listening to I Can See for Miles Crosby.
Squeeze.
It was Squeeze.
Hello, this is Tony.
Yeah.
This is Max.
This is John. We're U6, and you're listening to my Uncle Miles.
The Uncle. Everybody love the Uncle. Here we go. We got
I would swallow my pride.
Uncle Miles.
Rob Christman.
Yes! Now, who was that came through there?
She couldn't stay long. She
Jewel?
had some other work.
Not that those things didn't happen in the building. I think that was just shenanigans that we referred to earlier.
He's a man who truly loves his job.
And beats the hell out of working for a living.
Uncle Miles.
Yeah.
He got a whole bunch of these. Here we check.
Come on, say Uncle.
Okay, Uncle.
Uncle Miles.
really did it good this time.
Here's some more. Here we go.
This is Penthouse Pet Dakota Summers.
I remember her.
Uncle Miles is the bomb.
Hey, but here's what's funny. Check it out. Ready? Here, check this out.
This is Penthouse Pet
He's
Dakota
got 2 of
Summers.
them.
And Uncle Miles is the bomb.
It's the only one he had 2 of was the Penthouse Pet.
What can I
This is
say?
Matt Bivens. Jump Little Children.
Yeah, jump.
This is the Uncle Miles show.
We missed Jump Little Children here in town.
Those guys
was
were
great.
Hi, this is Mark Olson from the Jayhawks, having lunch with the uncle.
The Jayhawks synonymous with that
awesome.
time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Hi, this is Carrie, Tom, and Kevin from Better Than Ezra. And you're having lunch with the uncle.
Better than it's good.
Good.
Hi, this is Brad Roberts
from Crash Test Dummies, and you're listening to Uncle Miles.
Campbell Soup
Hey,
song.
this is Bill from Buffalo Tom, and you're rocking with Miles Crosby.
See, some of these great artists that people don't even know of anymore. You know.
I remember this.
Hello, this is Evan from the Lemonheads. You are rocking with Miles Crosby.
Evan Dando. Wow. There we go.
Hey, this is Jeff from Tonic, and you're listening to Uncle Miles.
So you start hearing these band names that people forget all about.
Yeah.
It was pure 90s stuff.
The thing ahead 60 miles. 500 miles, a million miles. I can see for miles and miles and miles.
Man, how many times do we hear these things on the radio over the years, man?
Wow.
You know,
that brings back memories.
Bring back a lot of memories, and we have lots more to talk about. Oh, I got an email from somebody about WaveFest I have got to read on the air, and we've got much more to get to here on this Wave reunion as we kick off the weekend. Adam Taylor, Uncle Miles, Hollie Anderson, Jack Hunter, Devin Grant, and critic on his couch 2 blocks away. WTMA News Time is 9:25, and right now I want to say hello to our good friend Donna Darlin, who is out at McElveen and on Highway 17 in Mount Pleasant with a chance for you to dig for 10 grand in the sand. Hey, Donna.
Hey, good morning, sweetie.
How you doing, young lady?
A person can't get a word in edgewise with you guys, huh?
That's true. You're right.
It's our show now, baby.
So, Donna, you're going to be out there till 10 o'clock, right?
Till 10 o'clock, and all people need to do is come by and register to win one of the 2 shovels that we're going to give away for their chance to win 10 grand in the sand. And we've got breakfast burritos from Sonic on Long Point Road.
Oh.
And they've got a happy hour, 2 to 4, 7 days a week. Today only, Route 44, fountain drinks, 99¢, both Mount Pleasant locations. And they're really yummy, really good. So come by and get some free breakfast from us. Register to win, and we'll see what happens. They've got a beautiful Camaro. I might drive off with it.
I bet you will. So you'll be there just till 10 o'clock, and then you'll give away 2 shovels to dig for 10 grand in the sand a week from tomorrow.
That's it. That's why you make the big bucks, babe.
Well, hey, don't eat all the food, man. That sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you, Donna. All right, Donna.
Okay,
Look, folks, you only have an hour to get there. From now till 10 o'clock, Donna Darlin at the McElveen, Highway 17 in Mount Pleasant. Register to win one of the 2 shovels she's giving away to dig for 10 grand in the sand.
An above normal hurricane season in the Atlantic.
When the power goes out.
Scattered power outages.
Power is out on and the internet is silent.
Active hurricane season.
You'll need that radio.